Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf. We are back here with Oda after taking care of some of those Nikai. So let's see what we need to do next.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
I have discovered something most disturbing. The source of the Nikai supplies. It may be none other than Saruman the White. I will tell you that any of the guesses I've made all point eventually to Saruman, so yes, I'll agree with that. I caught sight of an emissary of Isengard, an uruk, conversing with the Nikai. No small coincidence is it that we discover the presence of this white-hand urukai when a hand from the Kutstan has gone missing. There is no doubt that he is influencing the actions of the orcs. Alright, so someone stole a hand from the Kutstan, and that's the vandalism that's being all talked about. Well, how about that? There has to be a hand that is. Hey, is that hand pointing? Because someone erected a pointy hand over at Isengard. This must come to an end now, before further plots are set against us. Search the Ninkai encampment for evidence as to the location of the Urukai. Find him and take him alive. We must bring him before Stanric for questioning. Stanric. You're not going to get any help from Stanric. I'll tell you right that. Just saying. Now, actually, he'll get help from Stanric. It's Cithric that he won't get any help from. Boy, I really should keep these things on track properly. Now let's search around the Nikai camp for evidence of where the Urukai are at. Oh, apparently there are spiders in this area. Big spiders, but I've encountered big spiders before. Oh, fun. How many of these things do I gotta kill? Probably 300. Alright, 60. So that means 180 in all. Alright. I suppose I'm gonna have to do that. At least it's not as many as I have to kill orcs. Ah, look at that. Something that may have the information we need. Hey, did I kill another one of you guys earlier? That guy looks very familiar. Too bad I couldn't pick up that little piece of paper earlier. Alright, there we go. Let's see what this says. Scribbled note. This note reveals that the emissary may be found to the east along the river. Okie dokie. Look at here. A white hand camp. And I even see an uruk here. Reminds me of Morflack. Hi there! Found me, have you? Well, aren't you clever? Too bad all your effort will go to nothing, because this ends now. How dare you to attack me? You're lucky if a hand is all I take from you. Oh, well, looks like a spear is what you took from me. Well, I've got it back now. Dargum. I submit. Go ahead. Finish me. Yeah, well, this coil of rope seems strong enough to safely bind the hands of the routed Dargon. Okie dokie. The strong ropes on the ground here should work to bind the Uruk's hands. You may constrain him and take him safely before the leaders of Stangard for them to evaluate the situation. I guess I can do that, so let's go.
You have taken the Uruk-hai Vandal to Stangard, where Gada has brought him before Stanric and Sithric to await judgment. What business have you with the Rohirrim?
You have done well to capture the Uruk and to expose the betrayal that besets us. I wish to stay and hear Stanric's judgment, but I must depart in haste. I have been granted leave of my company and will join another band of men in the Wailing Hills. Perhaps my eagerness for action will not be considered such a burden as it was at the Kutztown. All right. May we meet again in better circumstances, Pineleaf. I hope so. Let us see. Ah, here we are. Oh, we have here Gada and Dargum. And of course, Stanric. And yes, Seathric.
Our mission is dire.
It is good to see you, Pineleaf. I must commend you for subduing the one responsible for the damage to the Kutztown and for bringing him before us. The exposure of the White Hand Urukai is most shocking indeed. I shudder to think that Saruman may now be our enemy and is enlisting orcs from the Misty Mountains. Our troubles have already seemed numerous, but now it seems that even our allies have become our enemies. This uruk filth must be locked away so as to prevent it from causing further harm. We are in agreement, Seathric? When has he ever been in agreement?
What brings you to these lands?
What foolishness is this? You would have me believe that the White Hand Wizard himself is now our enemy?
Yeah, because he's the one who killed the prince.
Do you think I'm an utter fool? This is nothing more than Urukai's cunning ploy. This mongrel would love nothing more than for you to consider Saruman, one of our greatest allies, as a traitor. Oh, how you would laugh if we turned our friend into a foe. They hope to attack each other, yes, an ill-conceived ruse. This is precisely why you need me, Stanric, to see through trickery such as this. Gotta take this creature from my sight. Send him back to wherever dark hole he crawled from. Uruk, listen to me now. Take this message back to your tribe. Stangard is strong and is wise. We will not succumb to sword. For the last time, Pineleaf, you will not meddle in the events and are no concern of you. I am more than capable of seeing to the affairs of Stangard. Yeah. Excuse me. Thank you. I just had to do that. Saruman's envoy, not the king's envoy. Envoy?
Our
Yeah.
mission is dire.
This is madness!
Where is the justice in letting our enemy just walk away freely? This Urukai has seen the layout of our city, our lack of supplies, and the conflicts of our leadership. We only show further weakness by letting him go. Well, that's true. For Stanric's sake, I will do as you command, Seathric, but I do not disagree more with this decision. I will deal with escorting this Uruk out of Stangard. You will leave the hall before irritating Seathric any further. Yes, I guess I should get out of here. Well, that could have gone better.
What brings you to these lands?
While Seathric places no value in your deeds, your efforts have not gone unappreciated. Although this is not the result Gada had hoped, for your part, there was nothing more that we could have asked of you. Gada has been asked to remain silent on this matter, so I would thank you on his behalf. Right. Yeah.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
Early is the hour in which you return to Stangard. I welcome your presence here, as does Gada. But there are further matters which need attention in the Wailing Hills. North of the Kutztown, along the road to the west, lies a small camp of riders led by a man named Friedstan. Their position in the shadow of the stone allows them to keep watch over the western roads out of Stangard, while remaining secluded from the eyes of the hill orcs. On occasion, Friedstan sends a patrol to Stangard with reports of any enemy activity to the west. A message was expected days ago, yet still we have received no word. After your most recent discovery, I take this as a cause for concern. Head west out of Stangard and take the road north as it forks. Seek the Fritzstein and his camp and discover what causes the absence of tidings. Right. Let's go and see the next. Oh, Horn. Yes, of course, Horn. Hello there, Horn. I'm back.
It is clear that you have been sent to help my people fight against the Kundalar.
Yes, I know why you've come here, Pineleaf. There can only be one reason. You're here to fight the Kundalar. They are the descendants of the Easterning tribes that crossed the Great River 500 years ago, and scouts report they have been seen on the far shore. They seek to accomplish what their ancestors could not, and this time there will be no timely intervention, no final hour rescue. We are on our own, Pineleaf, and that is why I did not forbid your Dunedin friend from entering into Stangard, or seize the Rohirric sword that she carries. Perhaps one day we were foes, and we may be again. But today I see Rohan threatened, and I think thirst for allies to defend my homeland. I was called disloyal and changeable in the hall of Theoden King, but that is not so. I love Rohan. I want only to protect her. Do we get an orc hewer or a white rager? How about an orc hewer?
The battlefield of Parth Celebrant may hold some clue to defeating the Kundalar.
Yes, the Kundalar's ancestors were routed by the timely arrival of Eorlingus under Errol the Young, but we have no such advantage in numbers this time. No one is coming to help us. We must find some strategy to help us defeat the Kundalar, and sifting through the site of the battle may teach us something we can use against them. I have marked this map with the locations of the battle. Bring it to Cedric on the road watchpost of Parth Celebrant, and he will guide you to the places he has not already searched. I hope you will be kind to him. Cedric has been a long way from his wife and daughters, and sometimes he lets his worries master him. He's a good friend and true, even if his mind is not always on the task before him. Actually, it's Caradik, or is it Ceradik or Cheradik? I guess Caradik is probably more likely. Well, we won't go to Caradik immediately. I think we need to first head out to the camp under the shadow of the stone. I haven't found the camp yet, but it looks like I found Bingo Boffin, and this must be the outsider woman he was talking about. A tall woman stands outside of Friedstein's camp and calls to you. Hello there, Lockhart.
I would advise you to avoid Stangard, if you've not come from there already.
I've been doing quite a lot of stuff in Stangard, and yeah, it's not exactly the best place, I must admit. I bid you welcome, travelers, and would advise you to avoid Stangard. The men of that place do not recognize their own friends or allies, even as they have need of them. I am Lockhart, of the line of Bjorn, and I have set forth from the vales of Anduin at command of Grimbeorn. Orcs threaten the shores of the great river, and someone must beat them back. The men of Rohan cower behind their walls, and they refuse my offer of help. They are fools. I know a guy named Horn who would have absolutely no trouble believing you that there is going to be some trouble with the Easterlings. And others do believe there are troubles with the orcs, so they're not all blind to the trouble. Yes, if I returned to Grimbeorn with this tale, I am certain he would send me elsewhere and leave the Rohirrim to fend for themselves. But the Vale of Anduin is not far from here, and any victory by the orcs here might endanger my own home. So I will help these fools of Stangard, whether they accept it or not. If you would help me defeat orcs throughout the Wailing Hills, I
I am a skin changer and more than capable of felling these foes, but it seems the supply of them is never ending. Alright. Okay, I will deal with some orcs. I also need to. Oh, yeah. Yes, bingo. She's going to kill some orcs. Let's see. Oh, hello, Penda.
Our mission is dire.
Greetings. You are looking for Friedstan, friend? Then you're not alone. Yes. Penda is my name, and Friedstan is my sergeant. This is where I last saw him, at his camp in the shadows of the Kutstan. Do you know what happened?
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Our primary task is still to keep safe the road and protect the travel routes from Stangard to the west. This was an effortless chore in the past, but the orcs have grown more agitated and daring, making things quite dangerous. They have crawled forth from their cave dwellings and now venture into the light of day to cause us harm. We must still maintain the safety of this road, despite any other circumstances. Travel west again and put an end to any orc foes that you've openly walked in our lands. I will stand guard at their post, and I will await your return. Alright, you might want to enlist the aid of that woman out there because she seems to be pretty much not liking orcs herself.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Oh yes, several nights have I spent in the north, scouting in the hills of Forfristan. I have returned too late, only to discover these empty tents and dying fires. Our orders were to watch the road and to send word to Stangard on occasion, and to what would cause my companions to simply depart so suddenly. I cannot imagine. Would you look around the camp for clues as to why they might have left or to where they might have gone? Return to me when you find anything of note. Alright, I'll search around for a few things. Okay, what about this barrel? An empty cask of ale. Surrounded by half-empty cups. See, personal belongings. This chest is neatly packed full of someone's personal belongings. Alright, anything else around here that might be a clue? Oh, here's their weapon rack. Not much in there. The weapon racks are mostly empty. It seems that many of the swords have been taken. Alright. Well then, that looks interesting.
What brings you to these lands?
Empty tents and misty horses? Were you able to find anything else? My companions had been drinking more than usual, it seems, and when they left, they took along weapons, but not their personal belongings. I am beginning to envision what may have happened there. It is a start, but we need more evidence. Head out to the west of here and look for more clues. Be careful of ambushes by the orcs, for as they have become more bold and fearsome. Don't worry, you're telling me to kill orcs, and Lachar is telling me to kill orcs. Everyone wants me to kill orcs. Well, except for Cethric. Ah, there's one of those defilers that I'm supposed to kill. I know it's a defiler because he's got that crazy goat horn mask that they just love, and they got those crazy staves. And all those other things that they go around just to annoy you with. And those gourds that they like to go and use. And those totems that are even more annoying. Are there any scavengers around? Ah, there's a scavenger. Yes. Find the defilers, find the scavengers, kill the orcs, and I need to search for some clues as to what's going on around here. Ooh, what's this? A charred corpse. The charred remains of an orc suggest that a struggle recently took place here.
Oh, something else here? Scattered arrows. A number of Rohirrim arrows litter the ground nearby. Is this another body here? No, it's blood. A pool of black blood. This small pool of dark blood seems fresh. It looks like there was some fighting that went on out there.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
This evidence all suggests that Frithstan and my fellows have assaulted the mountain orcs head on. Oh, those impetuous fools! What have they rushed into? The men in camp were always anxious for action and silently cursed the orders from Stangard to sitting guard. I fear that their desire to charge valiantly into battle may have now wrought their doom. And also, I managed to kill some orcs.
Our mission is dire.
Rewarded shall ye be for your services to Stangard and his people. Thank you, Pineleaf. You're welcome.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Yes, brave and skilled are the men under the Frithstan, but they are no match for the sheer numbers of the orc horde. I fear that it may already be too late to aid them, but I must know for certain. If you have the courage, I would ask you to press onward into the territory of the mountain orcs to search for signs of my companions. Look along the orc tents and supply crates for their belongings and for other evidence of their presence. Alright, I will do that. First I need to speak with Bingo here. Alright, I've killed some orcs.
Longhaar helps those who refuse her help. Extraordinary!
Yes, I have seen more than my share of orcs by now, Pineleaf, but we are truly making these lands more safe with each meeting, aren't we? It is good we've encountered Longhaar here instead of continuing elsewhere. She is the first Bjorning I've ever met, and she is not what I expected. There have been stories about her people, even in the Shire, and many of them portray the line of Bjorning as being bloodthirsty and angry, more beast than man. It is true that Longhaar has no mercy for her enemies, and does not speak well of the men of Stangard, but I am moved by the realization that she carries out the duty despite the outright rejection of those she serves. She helps those who refuse her help. I wonder how many of us would do the same.
I saw an eagle in the skies to the north.
Very good, my new friends. You have done well to fight the orcs, and certainly better than the cowardly men of Stangard could have done. I too fought the orcs among the Wailing Hills, and I searched for foes to defeat. I saw the eagle in the skies to the north, and watched it descend upon the strand of trees. The eagles have been good terms with my people for many years. We should go to him and learn what he has seen in the heights. Such knowledge might be of use to me as I seek to accomplish my task. What will we find about the eagles and, of course, in the orc camp? We'll have to find that out in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.